Hello, welcome to this slow flow yoga practice. Starting in a comfortable seated position, bringing the hands to meet in prayer at heart center, and just bowing the chin down slightly. Take this moment to listen to all the sounds around you, noticing what you can hear, and drawing your attention now to your breath, feeling each sensation as you inhale and exhale. Noticing if there's any noise in the mind, any racing thoughts. Just witnessing and now letting them go. We inhale, reaching the arms out to the sides, allowing the palms to meet in prayer overhead, and using your exhale to seal them down to heart center. Releasing the hands forwards, coming over to find your all fours position. We'll drop the belly, lifting the gaze up high for our cow pose. And as you tuck the toes, round through the spine, taking the chin to the chest for your cat. Continue moving through your cats and cows, just following your own breath, moving as quickly or as slowly as you like. On your next inhale, allowing the spine to find a neutral position and untucking the toes as you sink the hips all the way back, coming back to sitting on the heels. We'll interlace the fingers behind the lower back, and as the hands pull down behind you, lifting in the chest and the gaze up to the sky. And as you exhale, dropping the top of the head down out in front of you, shifting the weight into the crown of the head so the hips stack over the knees, the arms may be falling overhead as an option for a shoulder stretch. Noticing the sensation in the head and in the back body, the heart being above the head for our inversion. And dropping the hands down towards the lower back, dropping the hips down towards the heels, bringing yourself into a restorative child's pose. Rolling up through the spine to come back to sitting, taking the hands out in front of you to pass through all fours. Before drawing the right foot to the outside of the right hand, feel free to use your hands to guide the foot there. Coming up high on the fingertips, sinking into your low lunge as you just lift the chest. Just lifting an inch in the hips so you can move that front foot just more into center. Before shifting the hips back, straightening the front leg for a half split, maybe lowering the forehead down towards the shin. Inhale, shifting forwards to your low lunge. We plant the left hand down to the mat or to the fingertips, reaching up high with that right arm and taking the gaze up to the sky for a low lunge twist. Begin to drop the right arm back, taking the gaze back behind, tucking the back toes, lifting in the back knee, circling that top arm all the way back to the front as you pivot round to a wide-legged forward fold. Both toes facing the long edge of the mat and maybe turning in slightly more than the heels, allowing the crown of the head to be totally heavy. Staying here or maybe even grabbing hold of opposite elbow if that feels good. Releasing the elbows, beginning to walk the hands round to the back of the mat to frame the left foot this time and stepping back to your downward facing dog, facing the back. Dropping down to the knees, finding our all fours position. We'll take our cats and cows again, maybe closing down the eyes, really feeling into your spine. And finding a neutral spine now, allowing the hips to drop back towards the heels, coming up to sitting. Interlacing the fingers behind the lower back, taking that inhale to lift the chest and the gaze up high as the hands pull down. Keeping the hands where they are, tucking the chin to the chest as you lower the crown of the head all the way forwards, diving onto the mat. Lifting the hips on top of the knees. Maybe allowing the hands to fall overhead just as an option for the shoulders, or keeping the hands interlaced at the lower back. Feeling that sensation into the crown of the head, the stretch in the shoulders and all the way down the spine. And keeping everything as it is and just dropping the hands to the lower back and dropping the hips down to the heels, releasing the hands either side of the body for your restorative child's pose. And gently rolling up through the spine, coming up to sitting, taking the hands forwards for your all fours position. We'll draw the left foot this time to the outside of the left hand. Sinking the hips down for your low lunge, staying high on the fingertips and just lifting the chest and the gaze. Lifting the hips just an inch as you heel toe the front foot in towards the center, sinking the hips back so they stack on top of the knee, straightening the front leg for your half split. Shifting the weight forwards into your low lunge and planting the right hand down or to the fingertips, reaching the left arm up high for your low lunge twist, gazing up to the sky is an option. And just dropping that left arm back, taking the gaze back behind you, that one long line in the arm at shoulder height. Finding an inhale and exhale, tucking the back toes, lifting the back knee, sweeping that left arm all the way forwards as you pivot round to your wide legged forward fold. Crown of the head heavy. Taking any variation with your arms today. And begin to walk the hands round towards the right foot, framing the front foot as you lift in the core to step back to downward facing dog. Or drop the knees down to the edges of the mat, bringing the big toes to touch and sinking the hips back towards the heels, reaching the arms away for a wide leg child's pose. Feel free to grab a cushion or a blanket for underneath the forehead or the chest. Take an inhale together and exhale. Can you relax the muscles in the body? Taking an inhale. Can you relax the mind, allowing all thoughts to just pass by like clouds? Taking an inhale. Exhale. Can you relax the breath? Every inhale and exhale flowing easily. Taking another inhale, surrendering to your practice. And exhale, enjoying these moments in your child's pose, and feel free to stay here as long as you need to. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.